I want to talk to you guys today about something very, very close to me, very interesting to me. It's about change, and it's about endless opportunities in the wind of change. It's crazy. So, my name is Thabit. I'm from Sudan. And usually Arabic names always have meanings. They always do. Sometimes it's a very deep classic meaning you can't even translate it into English. So this is 4 meanings for my name. I got fixed, constant, stable, motionless. Funny enough, I'm everything but that. I'm fluid, I'm variable, I'm haywire, I'm motionful, and of course I love to dance. Now the opposite of my name has taught me a lot. It has kind of shaped my life in a very unconscious way. You can ask all my friends. I am somehow a little bit indecisive sometimes, a bit too late with time. I change my mind a lot about things. But it's actually the very reason why, the pain of it, when I was not decisive, when I couldn't be decisive about things in my life, it taught me that this decision-making is the first door or entry to endless opportunities. It doesn't matter what decision you make. It matters that you make a decision. That is what matters in the first place. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. So I realized that all this time, while I'm thinking too much about something, about making a certain decision in a situation, it's because deep down there, I have so many thoughts that I'm not even aware of. So that taught me the meaning of conscious decision-making. Now, decision-making is something, but conscious decision-making is something else, because in truth, we actually make decisions all the time, at every moment of every day. But we don't always make conscious decisions, and that's the difference. And that's when doors really begin to open to us, when we know where we come from and why we're making these decisions and for what reasons. That's called conscious decision-making. The other thing it taught me is the essence of change. Now, it is very important to realize that things are never the same like the day before or the year before. Things are always changing. So what we have learned 100 years ago, we cannot apply it today, all the time. So we have to be able to make decisions within change. We have to be able to change our decisions to cope with the very change of everything. Last week, I read a very interesting article. It was titled, "Young People Are Screwed." And I loved it. It was written by Brian Goldberg. He's an entrepreneur based in San Francisco. He was basically talking about how unemployment rate has reached an all-time high since World War II, the education loans, the economic collapse all over the world, and how jobs are becoming so hard to get and things are not the same anymore. He's got a bit of solutions there and what people can do about it. But he posed a very important question, and I hope you guys can help me answer it. If a 22-year-old graduates from a college in 2010 with a $30,000 in debt and no technical skills, how screwed is he? Very screwed, completely screwed, totally screwed, or all of the above? Any? Yeah? Who's got the right answer? No, don't feel offended. There's always a solution. Okay, so his first advice was basically make something. It doesn't work anymore that just to go for a job and just do things as you were told to do. You have to be able to create your own uniqueness in life. You have to be able to find where you are and stand from there, making something out of yourself. It just doesn't happen like that. You have to make it happen. No one is going to help you do it unless it's only you. And I quote him. He said, "Every young person is an entrepreneur now, in one way or another. They must forge their own unique career path, and they need to think 5 or 10 years ahead. There is no rule book anymore for how to build a career, certainly not the one that your parents have read in 1981. Pendulum in action. Mike Dooley, he co-authored a book called Pendulum in Action. It's basically an online program. It is based on a very interesting concept. It is based on the pendulum of society. He said that in every 40 years or so, culture changes from a me society to a we society. Now, what is a me society, me-oriented society is like? Now, success in a me-oriented society is like being filthy rich, having that sexy car, marrying that hot wife, and getting all that money and doing whatever. Like, the typical rich wannabe kind of dream. It's just a very individualistic thing. It doesn't care about the others. In the we society, however, it's very interesting. It's actually interesting because it's also about you, but it's also about giving the community. Now, you cannot give anything out there if you do not grow yourself. So it starts from within, and then it goes out to the community. And here's a very interesting example of a we society. Now, I don't know if most of you have seen this picture before, but it's a very interesting story. I think last year in December, there was the marathon, and the Spanish athlete, the Kenyan runner was heading in front of him, and he was almost winning. And just as he was about to cross the line, he thought he already crossed the line, so he started to slow down. But the Spanish athlete behind him noticed that he was slowing down, so he was actually giving him gestures, telling him, hey, you have to still run more because the line is ahead. While he could have taken that chance and actually run ahead of him, but he didn't. Now, a lot of people thought that, wow, like, why didn't you just go and win? You could have been the first. It was like, no, I wouldn't take his chance. It's his chance. He just made a mistake. I just helped him correct it. Now, do you see the difference? Now, people coming from a me society, like his trainer, who was pretty upset about it, will not be happy about that. This is an article I read in Pendulum in action.com. And as I was reading and I scrolled down, I found the writer was Leon Beasley. Where is she? It's like boom in my face. I thank you, Leon, for bringing up this story. Okay, now these are the highlights of a we cycle society. Basically, openness and transparency, clearly defining goals and vision, creating communities where people work together for the benefit of everybody else, the benefit of the world. Now, if you want to create endless opportunities for yourself, it can't be anything but fun. If you're not having fun and doing anything, stop it. Don't do it. Because you're not going to go anywhere with it. It has to be something you love and something you really enjoy and you're passionate about. That's why it can't be but a fun ride. So, okay, here are a few tips. I collected this from different websites and books. And this is the first one. Make art every day. Now, each and every one of us has a genius zone, has something that's really, really unique to them. And I don't mean when I say art, I don't mean go play music or draw a painting. No, I mean do that very thing that makes you happy. Even if the pleasure is very tiny, do it. Spend time doing it, creating it, writing. It could be playing music, it could be running, it could be anything. If it gives you a little bit of pleasure, grow it. It's there. It's your thing. Other thing is write your revelations. Now, sometimes before we sleep and after we wake up or in the middle of the day, we just get some random ideas in our head and we think, oh my God, I must be crazy. But the truth is, these very crazy ideas are your own revelations, basically. It's what you need to write down, jot them down, it's yours. It's very unique to you. No one has ever thought of this idea before. Or you might be surprised someone else steals the idea and be like, wait, I thought about this before. And he made a big business out of it or something. This is my favorite, volunteering. Now, volunteering helps you grow in a major, major way because it makes you focus on the things that you have. It makes you focus on what you can give back to society and those who don't have much. It makes you understand the power of who you are. It makes you feel your own value. When you volunteer, you realize that you are someone that the world needs. And you start becoming stronger just based on that thought alone. And you will realize that you have so much that you can offer the world. And once you start focusing on all these things that you can offer people and the community around you, it becomes a different life. You will enjoy everything you do. And not to mention the friends and the people you meet and the opportunities it will give you. Just do it for the sake of having fun, for giving. This is also awesome. Read a lot, abuse the internet. It's very important. Always Google it. This is my favorite advice. Do not worry about your network, worry about your friends. The very people you hang out with. Now, the very people you hang out with are who you are. Basically, you are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with the most. If they're losers, then you are going to be. True. If they are successful people, then you have no chance but to be successful. That's the truth. Don't worry about networking and meeting with those people who have already done it. No, don't worry about that. Think about the friends just in your circle. Who are they? How are they influencing you? Because they are influencing you in major, major ways. This is Brian. He says, it works. I've seen it work innumerable times. Your friends bring you up or pull you down. There is no in between. Make sure they are pulling you up. Thank you very much for listening.